Hi, everyone. Mark here with Healing Artistry Therapies. I hope everyone's well today. Have you ever heard the expression that when one door closes, another one opens? Or when one door closes, God opens a window? And there are so many times in our lives where doors close. Um, Sometimes we close them, sometimes others close them. And sometimes these doors closing can be be things like things just aren't working out the way you want them to, um, or or there's signs and symbols and sayings and different little things that are pointing you either towards this direction or away from that direction. And sometimes we fight against those things because we're afraid, because we don't feel like we have all of our ducks in a row. Sometimes we feel like, well, if I just do this, or if I just do that, or I get these things set in place first, then I can go ahead and do these things and walk through that new door and start that new chapter. I don't know about all of you, but I know personally for myself, um, when a new chapter or a new phase in my life is about to happen, I start feeling differently. I start noticing things differently. Things in my life start to change and alter. And sometimes I feel like I fight against it. I'm the type of person who wants proof. I want proof after proof after proof. You sometimes have to hit me over the head with a ton of bricks, with the same answer over and over and over and over before I finally will agree to accept that answer. And some of you might be like that yourself. Um, but I know for myself currently, right now, I'm going through a big transition period. I can't talk about it right now. I'll share it with you later on. But there's some big changes that are happening with me, with my company, different things like that, that are going to be very good changes, very exciting changes. And I'm scared about them, but I'm excited about them at the same time. And, where exhilaration and fear live, it's pretty much the same spot in our bodies and in our minds and in our hearts. It lives really they're like neighbors. So sometimes it's hard to tell between what's exhilaration and what's actually fear. But it's kind of mixed up a little bit. And I'm kind of feeling those feelings lately, going through a lot of contemplation, going through a lot of deep thought. And sometimes you guys are all with me on those things, in terms of you've been there before too, right? You've all had those moments where you want to change, you need to change. All the signs in your life are pointing to this change that needs to happen, and you just need to get on board with that change. So why aren't you changing? Is it fear? What are you afraid of? Could it be better than what you're expecting? When birds are on a branch, they're not afraid of the branch breaking because they know they have wings to fly. That's their support. That's what keeps them up. So what do you have in your life that supports you and keeps you up? Even if the branch falls out from under you and your environment changes and life changes, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? What brings you to that next level? And when we're thinking about going forward in our lives, and even though we might be afraid, even though we don't feel like we have all of our ducks in a row and we don't have everything exactly the way we would like to have it, but we know that this change is important. And this change is how we are going to get to the next level of our lives and be even better than we are right now. How do you do that? How do you do that? And I think part of how you do that is to really stay at cause and stay focused on what it is you want for your life. And to just decide to go with that flow, go with that current. If all the signs are pointing, go in this direction, start following that direction and start seeing where that path leads you, because it very well could lead you to a person who can help you out. We're not meant to do things alone. I don't believe we're meant to do anything alone. We need community, and we need support, and we need teachers and guidance. And so maybe these arrows are pointing us towards different people or different resources or different knowledge that we need in order to move ourselves forward. Maybe following these different symbols and signs and different directions that life is leading us in, because we're pounding on this door wanting to get in this door, and this door might not be for us. Maybe it's closed for a reason. So if we then turn our course and remember that we have the compass of our own life and we set the direction, we set the course. So we need to follow that course where it leads. And so if we lead in that direction, away from that door that's closing for us or that is closed for us, we might discover all kinds of new things, new possibilities. And we just need to take that leap of faith to know that everything is going to be all right. There's no other way it can be. Everything is going to be all right. There is no other way that it can be. From Spirit's perspective, everything is going to always be all right. There is no right or wrong. It's always going to be good. It's always going to lead to something good. Nothing bad can come into this world, I believe, without going through God's hands first. So even our struggles, even the struggles of being afraid of moving forward in certain areas of our lives or making that big leap and that big change, even those struggles have wisdom and knowledge and nuggets of goodness for us. And what's wonderful is once we get past that little stage, and it is just a little blip, little stage, get past that and move into what's good and better and what's meant for us, it's so great to look back then on where you were now or where you were that wasn't so pleasant and say, wow, look how far I've come. Look what I've accomplished. This is exciting. This is amazing. So these things are just stepping stones for us to get us to where we're meant to be. And sometimes, like I have a client who was going through something very difficult and needed support and needed help with things. And signs were pointing in the direction she needed to go to help herself with these things. And she kind of fought against it a little bit. She's kept trying to open that door that had closed for her. And finally, once she decided to pay attention to these signs and symbols, and she said to me, she goes, these signs were pointing me to you all along. And after coming here and working with you, I now am so much better off than I would have either on my own or before when I was trying to get back in that door that had shut for me. And she said that she just decided to recognize those signs and follow them and see where they led. And now she's living a life that is so much happier, so much bigger and brighter, and she's now discovered her purpose for life, and she's joyful, and she's helping others and doing really great things. So you never know, even though this journey might be scary to change and to do things new, you never know where it's going to lead. And if we never do anything new or step outside that box, we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because in that is our change, and in that is that better life that we want. And if we never go outside that box and we never try something new, we're going to stay the same. The definition of insanity, Albert Einstein said, was doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. And I believe that God helps those who help themselves. You have to ask your team of angels. They are there for you and ready to help you and assist you. But you have to, ask them for assistance, because they won't interfere or intervene without you asking them. But beyond that, you also have to take action steps with your own life and take bold leaps and move yourself forward. So if you all need help with that, I'm here to help you with that. I've been there. I've done it. And it can be done, and we're always still doing it. We're always doing those types of things for ourselves. We're never finished. We are never a complete project. We're always a work in progress. So if you need help with any of that, I'm here for you. Just let me know. Give me a call at 608-633-4271. We can set up a free consultation, talk about where you're at, where you want to go, and get you a plan of action, that how-to get you to where you want to go. You can also check me out on my website at www.mdlhealingartistry.com. There's a lot of great information there too. And you can also sign up for our monthly drawing, where I draw one person every single month for a free session. We also have lots of information on there for you too. So give me a call. Let me know how I can work with you, how I can help you, and help you to make those bold leaps forward into that awesome life that you really do want. So I'm Mark Lukowski with Healing Artistry Therapies. Have an amazing day and take those good, bold leaps forward. Bye-bye.